everybody. Sandy Wilkin here from Jackson, Ohio. I haven't done a video for a while because I've been busy shoveling snow and staying out of this cold weather. And most of the time in the fall I didn't have time because I was doing so many shows and different things. But the last few months I was working on some projects for a trade show with pre-1898 trade show that we had in our hometown out at Cantor's Cave. And I had a Victorian booth. And I wanted to do some journals that were more Victorian ladies, Victorian gentlemen, travel journals, fashion journals, that kind of thing. So that's what these next few videos I'll be doing, will be those journals that I made for that trade show. So the first one I have is one here that is, this is a ladies, this is mainly a gentleman's, Victorian gentleman's, more of a travel-like style journal in the size of it and everything. The cover, there was a piece of tag board back here, or a little bit cardboard, and I covered, that's what I put my envelopes. This is all made out of junk mail envelopes. And so that's what I put all the envelopes either going around that cardboard that way or around the cardboard this way, so that the journal keeps opening up one there and the next one there and the next one there. It's kind of neat. And it has all kind of ephemera and stuff in it. So I will get to that now. The closure, I covered the cardboard when I was done to reinforce all those seams and stuff so it wouldn't rip open, and with duct tape, and this looks sort of like a burlap duct tape. And then I used some hemp rope for the closure and put a couple little vintage Victorian looking keys on that. So let's get into this journal and see what all it is. Okay, so we'll get down here, and on the first page you can see it's a window envelope, and I have covered the outside. I've collaged all these different vintage looking things. I put an old, and this is an old envelope from Logan, Ohio. I think it was in the 1800s. Later on, maybe it'll show one with the date on it, but that date's hard to see. And then it had the old stamp there, and I made that into a little side pocket and put in a little luggage in advance card for ephemera there. And then I used this really cute little paper clip. I have no idea where I got that, but it's like a little metal paper clip with a few numbers on them. I think I got 2 or 3 of these. I'm probably found them at a junk store or a thrift store. And then there's a little tag in the top of this, under this envelope. I can get it out. And it has some old keys on it, and you can journal on the back of that too if you wish. And that just kind of holds that all in place there, that little paper clip. I can get it back on there. There we go. And then you open this up. I always have the story begins, and I numbered these pages so I know which way to bring them over, and it makes it simpler to do it that way. But that's just one way thing I've done on this one. And then I made a pocket at the bottom here. This book belongs to. And then I have a couple of tags in there. By that writing space here, I think is a Tim Holtz piece of ephemera. It's a map of the United States. And I think this is a bunch of ephemera I got, like an old typewriter, a package of cutouts like that. And then here's a gentleman tag. A friend of mine made these. Rhonda, I can't think of her last name right now. Anyway, I'll think of it after a while. She made these tags, and I buy several of them from her, and I thought this gentleman fit in here real good with this one. And then that's page 1, and then this is page 2 over on this side. The envelopes went around, the flaps went around that way this time. And there's the window there. Oh, by the way, yes, I did have a tag, a journaling card in that window. So there it is, one that I made from some ephemera. It says travel around the world and has a little ticket stub on the bottom and a little tab. and a place to journal. And that goes right in that pocket right there. You could put a longer one in if you wish, but that one fits really good. The next page is some craft paper that looks like globes. And I put this little sticker, Getaway, and then another little piece of Tim Holtz ephemera and a tab. And inside that envelope is this tag that I made called the Waterbury. They're talking about different bicycles and stuff there. And then that you can journal on the back of that. And of course that goes back in this envelope pocket. And all of these junk mail envelopes, I pretty much got black insides. I just love that look. I made a whole journal using all black and white. I've made a couple black and white journals, but this one I just kind of was doing that because I just like that. All right, and then that's 2 here again. Explore the world, more writing space and more journaling space. A little pocket down here. This is music staff paper. And then here is a little journaling card. I think I glued something on there, a couple gentlemen there, and used some washi tape, looks like newspaper, and another little ticket with a trunk on it for traveling. Then page 3 goes back this way, and this one is some craft paper that looks like travel. It's got a steamship and Istanbul and places you would go and see in the world when you're traveling. And then that one has a, in the window envelope, is a travel log, places you go to and from, and then you can journal on the back of that too. So that goes back in there. Okay, then page 3 is a piece of ledger paper that I have folded over, and I have put a lot of little pieces of ephemera, tickets, and a little bicycle, and a balloon and feather and a clock face, and it says explore. Then that opens up for more journaling space there. And well, wait a minute, that opens up twice. That opens clear up. I forgot about that. So you can journal there and journal here. And then there's a little pocket there with a little number I cut out of a magazine, and a couple more little pieces of a Tim Holtz ephemera. I don't know whether this one's Tim Holtz, but it's cool. Had a gentleman on it. And of course this is a journaling spot. And then page 4 is going to flip this way, and you have a side pocket here, the top pocket. I got a ticket in there. I don't know what, yeah, I think this might open up. It does. It's a little coin envelope with some collage stuff on there, and then inside that is another little card. Piece of ephemera. You can put anything you want in these. Here is a public schools grade card. I think that's Tim Holtz. And then I think I got these cards in a bunch of cards one time at a thrift store, and then I put some writing space on there. So that's a tuck space. Okay, for all that good ephemera. And then I used a lot of really cool paper to collage this. A merchandise thing, and another 1898, some kind of old ledger paper, and some alphabet stuff. So that all goes to make it look really from the 1800s, hopefully, or Victorian. And then I have a page 4 over here. Goes this way again. We have an envelope here that opens up. And I have inside that envelope is a coin envelope that you can use for whatever, and a journaling card. And this has stickers on it. It's got washi tape that looks real Victorian. I love this washi tape. And then it's got these suitcase cut out and a pocket watch. And this says, "Say yes to the new adventures." It's a little sticker that I had. And so that goes back under that little thing there. And of course, this is memories and photographs. If you would like to put your own pictures, your own ticket stubs, your own memories when you're traveling, you just put them right inside that envelope. All right, page 5 goes this way. And again, it is a little bit of a collage. And this time, this one has a window. And it is some washi tape and a book with spectacles on it. And you can journal on that. So I put tabs on each one of these so you can see them, that this is a pull out, to pull it out. Then that's the rest of page 5 there. More journaling space with some washi and some writing pens, old antique writing utensils. Page 6 goes this way, and it has a photograph of an older gentleman and some more collaging. And then inside this little one is another tag that is collaged with this Western Union telegram and journaling space on the back. See, a lot of these windows are in different positions. That's kind of fun too. And then page 6 again has a journaling spot. It says Dare to Dream. Page 7 goes out this way, and it has a pocket. Wait a minute. No, it has a tuck space here with this suitcase. Another little card. Some binoculars from an advertisement, probably from an old catalog. A stamp, an old stamp, and then this one pulls out, and it has craft paper that was old gentleman's hats. And then I put a tab on that for journaling. See, all of these have these. I love these printed windows. They're all the black and white ones. I just love to find those and save them in a folder and have all those ready to use. Then that was 7. Here's the back of 7, and it has a train, an old locomotive for travel, and it is a pocket on the side there. And in that I have an old balloon for transportation and some stopwatches from a Sears and Roebuck catalog for a journaling tag and a journaling card in that side pocket there. And again, if you get this journal, you could put anything you want in those pockets or move anything around you wanted. All right, and then page 8 is going to go this way. And again, it was collaged with some, there's an old postcard, and this was some craft paper that looked like postcards. And then that window, we have a collaged journaling card that says time and all kinds of stuff on it, and then journaling on the back of that. Okay, and then we have on the back of that page, page 8, we have an envelope. I cut an envelope sideways. I love these envelopes. I love to find envelopes that are colored already, and you don't have to do a lot to those when they're that way. You don't have to do anything to collage them or anything too much. I just put a sticker on that one, a world sticker, globe sticker. A little card in that pocket, a journaling card with a stopwatch. Oh, I love this paper. Look at all that. I think those are compasses or temperature gauges or something. That is really cool. And then that craft paper, and then a key tag, old key, and then this made a little side tuck down here, this envelope, if you leave that flap open there. Then I had a little key tag and some old stamps. This was cut out of a magazine. Then page 9, I had some old sheet music that I covered the front of the envelope with, and then I found this sticker that looked like different tags and stuff. It was very, corrugated like. It was three-dimensional. It feels really good. And then inside this pocket, what did I put in here? Several things. Put another map of the United States. I found an old steamship. These were some old Niagara Falls. They were old Niagara Falls pictures, postcards. I don't know how old this thing is, but all these little postcards were in this thing, and I just loved that because it had that ship on there. Steamer Cayuga, landing in Queenstown, Toronto, to Niagara Falls. So I thought that was cool, so I put that in there, and then that's the ephemera that was in that pocket. Let's put that little map up there a little bit better. And then on the back of page 9 was a couple layered pockets. Yeah, I used some little file folders and just layered them and put a little bit of paper on there to make sure you know where to put the pieces. And there again is another one of those envelopes. Still, I think it's 1867, believe it or not. I don't think I put anything in that side thing, but you could put something. Maybe I'll just go ahead and put this little thing in there. I don't know whether I did or not. And then we've got an old playing card that looks vintage. I love that. Another little journaling card. And something with wheels, a bicycle, and this looks kind of steampunky, but it's really cool for travel. And so that could go up there too, or down here, yeah, down there, that's another tuck. And then this is page 10, and it's where we've come to the end of the middle of the page. Now this is what they were all, their flaps are all glued to make this. And then this is a Picker Junker Antique Hunter. This is a little, sort of like a waterfall tablet to journal in at the end. And so we go back. I just take my numbers and go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of this first envelope junk journal. And I think I'm going to end this video and have another video of the other one for you, because it's kind of neat too. It's black and white. So I'll see you on the next video. Have fun junk journaling.